A special meeting of the Board of Trustees of the McAllen Independent School District will be held Monday, March 25th, 2024, beginning at 5:30 p.m. in the auditorium of the McAllen High School, located at 2021 La Vista, McAllen, Texas 78501. At this meeting, there may be discussion and action by the board on the items and subjects listed as follows. Items listed on this agenda may be taken in an order other than as shown on this agenda. Item 1, call the meeting to order. I have done so at 5:30 p.m. Item 2, public comments. We have one person, Ms. Karina Garza. If you could please approach the podium, and you'll have 2 minutes.
Board encourages public comments at all board meetings. According to Board Policy BED Local, board meetings and public participation and related district administrative procedures and practices. Persons wanting to make a statement to the board are required to register with the superintendent's secretary 1 hour prior to the start of the scheduled meeting. Audience participation at a board meeting is limited to the early stages of a meeting. At all other times during a board meeting, the audience shall not enter into discussion or debate on matters being considered by the board unless requested. Each participant is limited to 2 minutes per meeting to make comments to the board. At regular board meetings, the board shall permit public comments regardless of whether the topic is an item on the agenda posted with notice of the meeting. At all other board meetings, public comments shall be limited to only items on the agenda posted with notice of the meeting. The board shall not deliberate or decide regarding any subject that is not included on the agenda posted with notice of the meeting. If an issue mentioned is on tonight's agenda, the board will defer discussion of the issue until the appropriate time during the meeting. Should the speaker drift from the stated subject or becomes disruptive or abusive, he or she shall be given one warning. If a second warning is required, then the speaker may forfeit the remaining time allotment. The board shall not tolerate disruption of the meeting by members of the audience. The board has adopted complaint policies that are designed to secure at the lowest administrative level a prompt and equitable resolution of complaints and concerns. Please refer to the following policies. Student and/or parent complaints should refer to policy FNG. Employees refer to policy DGBA, and citizens can refer to policy GF. Copies of district policies are available.
Good evening, esteemed members of the McAllen ISD School Board. My name is Karina Quilantan Garza. I'm a longtime McAllen resident, taxpayer, and an RGV school librarian. Today I speak in support of my library family and all the wonderful students who gained recognition today to bring awareness of its impact on the district. I've had the honor of learning from your district school librarians as well as many other educators, many of whom have influenced my practice in the areas of technology and literacy. I'd like to draw attention to a significant achievement we are celebrating today as you honor the winners of the Battle of the Books competition. Let's acknowledge that such accomplishments would not have been possible without the dedication and guidance of McAllen ISD librarians. They not only foster a love of reading, but also instill essential literacy skills that are foundational to students' academic success. In addition to underscoring the pivotal role that school librarians play in supporting your school community, it is imperative to spotlight the significant influence of libraries on initiatives like the Battle of the Books, an endeavor we are celebrating today. As we honor the winners of this competition at the meeting, it is important to recognize that the success of such endeavors hinges greatly on the expertise and dedication of your school librarians. The Battle of the Books not only fosters a passion for reading, but also cultivates essential literacy skills that are the fundamental to academic achievement. Behind the scenes, it is often the school librarian who meticulously selects the book titles, provides guidance on effective reading strategies, and fosters an environment where students feel motivated to explore diverse literary works. Without the invaluable contributions of our school librarians, initiatives like Battle of the Books would lack the necessary resources and guidance to thrive. They are the unsung heroes who work tirelessly to nurture a culture of literacy and learning within our schools, enriching the lives of our students in ways that extend well beyond the confines of the classroom. As we deliberate on potential budget cuts that may impact school librarian positions, let us not underestimate the profound influence they wield in facilitating achievements such as these. Their presence is not merely advantageous, it is indispensable to the holistic development of our students and the vibrancy of our school community. Thank you for affording me the opportunity to underscore the indispensable role of your school librarians in initiatives such as the Battle of the Books. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Garza. We are now on to item 3, student recognitions. Mr. May?
Thank you. Tonight we recognize the District Elementary Science Fair winners. Come on up. Thank you. Go right ahead. Let's start with Ileana Brown from Garza Elementary, Science Fair, 5th grade and 3rd place. Noah Chala, Gonzalez Elementary, Engineering, 3rd place. Zoe Beltran, Perez Elementary, Engineering, 1st place. Liam Rogers, Perez Elementary, 4th grade, 2nd place. Elizabeth Tognetti, Gonzalez Elementary, 3rd grade and 1st place. Sofia Lopez, Thigpen Zavala, 5th grade, 2nd place. Daniel Liguez Zepeda, Rayburn, 3rd grade, 2nd place. Emma Bernabe, Hendricks Elementary, Engineering, 2nd place. Angel Gonzalez, Houston Elementary, 4th grade, 3rd place. Diego Gonzalez, Milam Elementary, 4th grade, 1st place. Esteban Garza, Sanchez Elementary, 3rd grade, 3rd place. And Miss Monica Garza, principal at Hendricks Elementary. Miss Hannah Hernandez, Science Fair Coordinator at Milam. Miss Stephanie Friedland, Principal at Milam. Miss Veronica Rodriguez, Principal at Sanchez. Miss Stephanie Beltran, Elementary Science Coordinator. Parents, you all are welcome to come up and take pictures as well. Thank you. Students, you may exit to your right. Students, exit to your right. And we have a stand-up banner set up outside, parents. If you want to take additional pictures, it's right outside the exit doors. And now we recognize the 2024 District Spelling Bee winners. We're going to start with Ramona Graham, 3rd place winner from Fossum Middle School. Jose Beretta, 2nd place winner, Morris Middle School. Isabella Gorena, 1st place winner from Gonzales, and 2nd place at the Regional Spelling Bee. Thank you. Dolly Ramon, Spelling Bee sponsor from Gonzales. Thank you. Dr. Connie Camacho, principal at Fossum. Thank you. Miss Patty Pena, Director of Professional Learning and Literacy. Parents, y'all are welcome to come up. Great job, spellers. Just exit to your right. And now we're going to recognize the District Battle of the Books winners, starting with John Trevino, first place at the District Battle of the Books and first place at regionals. Francisco Espitita, first place, Battle of the Books, and first place at regionals. Sabriela Montes, first place at Battle of the Books, first place at regionals. Carissa Ramos, first place at Battle of the Books, first place at regionals. Sharon DeGroot, librarian at Pettis Elementary. Jose Alberto Diaz, first place winner. Leo Huang, first place winner. Serena Nippon, first place winner. Zoe Nito, first place winner. Thank you. Ruby Galvan, librarian at Gonzales. Santiago Ramos, first place winner and third place at regionals. Hesai Alvarez, first place winner and third at regionals. Megan Vargas, first place winner and third at regionals. Jackie Moreno, librarian at Fossum Middle School. Thank you. Dr. Connie Camacho, principal at Fossum. And Ann Vega, our director for library services. All right, thank you so much. As soon as I say your name, you can start walking. Is that Sophia Pease? Yes. Okay. All right, now we recognize the qualifiers for the state mock trial from Lamar Academy and McAllen Memorial. We'll start with Sophia Pease from Lamar Academy. Carlos Muhammad, Lamar Academy. Veronica Gomez from Lamar. Miriam Dagestani from Lamar. Thank you. Adrian Villegas from Lamar. Lennon Motes from Lamar. And Ms. Sandra Hedera, the teacher and sponsor at Lamar. And now Oscar Bautista from Memorial. Sydney Medrano from Memorial. Sophie Farr, Memorial. Diego Alanis, Memorial. Catalina Bernal, Memorial. Jaden Pinkard, Memorial. Mr. Edward Blaha, the teacher and sponsor. Mr. Pete Alvarez, principal at Memorial. And Ms. Clarissa Abbott, the secondary social studies coordinator. Parents, y'all are welcome to come up. And once again, we do have the backdrop right outside in the hallway where you can take additional pictures. And now we recognize McAllen Memorial High Vertical Team for their exemplary performance in the area of fine arts. We're going to start with Felipe Palomo, Memorial High Band, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you, sir. Aston Peña, Memorial High Band, State Solo and Ensemble. Also, Stephanie Pettis, Assistant Band Director. Okay. Mr. Pete Alvarez, Memorial Principal. That's it? Okay. And that's it. So this is row? Oh, okay, okay. Okay. That's band. Your choir, sir? Memorial choir? Oh, mariachi. Okay. Okay. And now we'll move on to Memorial Mariachi. Leo Villarreal, UIL State Mariachi and Outstanding Performer Medalist. Luis Rodriguez, Memorial Mariachi and Outstanding Performer Medalist. Santiago Rocha, State Mariachi. Thank you. Vanessa Gibson, State Mariachi. Jonah Gonzalez, State Mariachi. Axel Cruz, State Mariachi. Diego Bazan, State Mariachi and Outstanding Performer Medalist. Samara Estrella, State Mariachi and Outstanding Performer Medalist. Brianna Rocha, State Mariachi and Outstanding Performer Medalist. Juan Garza, State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer Medalist. Landon Bautista, State Mariachi. Juan Alanis, State Mariachi. Joaquin Rios, State Mariachi. Axel Garnica, State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer Medalist. Thank you. Yvonne Perez, Mariachi Director. This is orchestra? Okay. And as soon as I call your name, we can start shaking hands. Okay. Congratulations, students. We'll now move on to Memorial Orchestra. And we'll start with Nathaniel Walborg.
Isabella Trevino, State Solo and Ensemble. Graciel Juarez, State Solo and Ensemble. Christopher Wong, State Solo and Ensemble. Is that Chenna Kim? Okay. Chenna Kim, State Orchestra, Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. Leslie Guerrero, Orchestra, State Solo and Ensemble. Teresa Bugayon, Orchestra, State Solo and Ensemble. Adan Garcia, Solo and Ensemble. Brianna Rocha, Solo and Ensemble. Thank you, sir. Mr. Robert Hanlon, Assistant Orchestra Director for Memorial. Thank you, sir. And Jesus Tovar, Head Orchestra Director for Memorial. Parents, y'all can come on up. And now we move on to the Memorial High Choir. We'll start with Coy Martin, Memorial Choir, State Solo and Ensemble. Ronaldo Sanchez, Memorial Choir, State Solo and Ensemble. Jacqueline Driscoll, State Solo and Ensemble. Tomas Gonzalez, Solo and Ensemble. Salma Mendez, State Solo and Ensemble. Yes, sir. Mr. Omar Samaniego, Head Choir Director, Memorial High. Oh, row, okay. As soon as I read your name, you can start. Javier Carlos. Okay. And now we'll move on to the James Nicky Rowe High School vertical team for their exemplary performances in the area of fine arts. We're going to start with the Rowe High Choir. This is Javier Carlos, State Solo and Ensemble. Violet Balderas, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. Kayla Gonzalez, State Solo and Ensemble. Jackson Zamora, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. How do you pronounce that? Wynn. Diana Wynn, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. Lauren Rodriguez, State Solo and Ensemble, TMEA All-State Soprano, 7th Chair. Is that Wynn? Elizabeth Wynn, Rowe High School State Solo and Ensemble. Emmy Cerda, State Solo and Ensemble. Layla Mina, State Solo and Ensemble. Nathan Berman, State Solo and Ensemble. Gisela? Okay. Gisela Garcia, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. AJ Trevino, State Solo and Ensemble. Justin Maya, State Solo and Ensemble. Olivia Cantu, State Solo and Ensemble. Morgan Nunez, State Solo and Ensemble. James Humphrey, State Solo and Ensemble, TMEA All-State Baritone, 2nd Chair. Sir. Gabriel Bonda, State Solo and Ensemble, All-State Bass, 1st Chair. Michael Bonda, state solo and ensemble, all state bass, first chair. There. And the director, Mr. Joshua Watkins. Thank you, sir. And our principal at Rowe High School, Mr. Alfredo Gutierrez. Vertical teams. Okay, we're on. Theater. Oh, okay. Moms and dads. Now we'll move on to Rowe Theater. Some of the students we just recognized are also in the Rowe Theater, so we'll give them a moment to come back. Oh, the first one, okay. Out of breath. Gisela Garcia, Rowe Theater, National Texas Thespian Qualifier per Duet Musical. Nathan Berman, National Texas Thespian Qualifier for Monologues. Thank you. Morgan Nunez, National Texas Thespian Qualifier for Duet Musical. Hugo Flores, Theater Arts Director. That's it? Okay. Okay. And now we'll move on to the Nicky Rowe Orchestra, starting with Aspen Reyes, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. Valerie Beron, State Solo and Ensemble. Angela Alvarez, State Solo and Ensemble. James Carpenter, State Solo and Ensemble. Aldo Osuna, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. Daniel Alvarez, State Solo and Ensemble. Excel Velasquez, State Solo and Ensemble. David Baez, State Solo and Ensemble. And Joshua Martinez, Assistant Orchestra Director. And when I call out your name, you can start walking. Yeah, you can just wait right there. It's fine. Chantel. Laverne. Okay. Chantel, is that Laverne? Your last name, Laverne? And now we will recognize the McAllen High School vertical team for their exemplary performance in the area of fine arts. And we'll start with the Mackay Choir, and starting with Chantel Laverne. She's a state choir solo and ensemble. Miranda Arguelles, state solo and ensemble, TMEA All-State Treble Soprano and sixth chair. Thank you. Sofia Barrientos, state solo and ensemble. Gabriela Barrientos, state solo and ensemble. Jeremiah Soul, state solo and ensemble. Joaquin Caballero, state solo and ensemble. Liahana Gallega, state solo and ensemble. Aiden Gracia, state solo and ensemble. Dulce Alvarez, state solo and ensemble. Stevie Rogers, state solo and ensemble, all-state treble soprano, eighth chair. Catherine Bynum, TMEA all-state mixed, first chair. Leanna Ayala, state solo and ensemble. Caitlin Lara, state solo and ensemble. Bianca Andrade, state solo and ensemble. Isabel Johnson, state solo and ensemble. Diana Cervantes, state solo and ensemble. Gina Trevino, state solo and ensemble. Natalia Pumar, state solo and ensemble. Lori Rose Lucio, state solo and ensemble. Victoria Martinez, state solo and ensemble. Brennan Garcia, state solo and ensemble. Trip Shira, state solo and ensemble, all-state mixed tenor 2, sixth chair. And Mr. Bo Shira, head choir director. And our principal at Mackay, Dr. Albert Canales. And now we'll move on to the McAllen High School Mariachi program. Starting with Andrew Trevino, Mariachi Division I Sweepstakes, UIL State Mariachi Festival, Outstanding Performer, 2024 Festiva Grand Champions. Leah Garcia, Division I Sweepstakes, UIL State Mariachi Festival, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champions, and second place in the Festiva Vocal Competition. Julius Lozano, UIL State Mariachi Festival, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champion. Sergio Mendez, UIL State Mariachi Festival, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champion. Miguel Trevino, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champion. Thank you. Sebastian Salinas, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champion. Ezra Cavazos, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champion. Sandra Uribe, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champion. Jacob Lopez, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiva Grand Champion, and TMEA All-State First Chair Guitar. Max Davila, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiba Grand Champion. John Paul Handy, State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiba Grand Champion. Isabella Sanchez Wong, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiba Grand Champion. Antonio Gomez, State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiba Grand Champion. Caleb Ariano, State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiba Grand Champion. Isabel Garza Johnson, UIL State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiba Grand Champion. Caleb Gomez, State Mariachi, Outstanding Performer, Festiba Grand Champion. Nettie Fuentes, Director, McAllen Mariachi. And Mr. Alex Trevino, Director for McAllen Mariachi. Bernardo Davila, Director, McAllen Mariachi. And Dr. Albert Canales, our Principal. Okay. Is this McAllen Orchestra next? Okay. Okay. We have so many talented students throughout our district. Some of them do double duty, so we've got some of our mariachi students who are also going to be recognized with our McAllen Orchestra. Okay. All right, we're ready now. McAllen High School Orchestra, State Solo and Ensemble. Here's Haley Cootie. Abigail Gutierrez, State Solo and Ensemble. Valeria Garza, State Solo and Ensemble. Mary Vallejo, State Solo and Ensemble. Thank you. Leah Garcia, State Solo and Ensemble. Julius Lozano, State Solo and Ensemble. Max Davila, State Solo and Ensemble. Caleb Ariano, State Solo and Ensemble. Ezra Cavazos, State Solo and Ensemble. Andrew Trevino, State Solo and Ensemble, all state violin. Sergio Mendez, State Solo and Ensemble. Isabella Sanchez Wong, State Solo and Ensemble. Miss Erin Tovar, Head Orchestra Director, and Principal Dr. Albert Canales. Congratulations on that. That was a real good video. I saw it. Yeah. Very well done. Yeah. Yeah, very well done. Now we'll move on to the McAllen High School Theater, and we'll start with the UIL Young Filmmakers State Champions, Emmanuel Peña. State Champion, Brenna Garcia. And State Champion, Andre Rodriguez. Okay. State Champion, Lux Garcia. Young Filmmakers State Champion, Michael Taveras. Thank you.
And Dr. Canales.
Okay. And Technical Theater Director at Mac High, Mr. Sean Folk. And of course, our principal at Mac High, Dr. Albert Canales. Oh, okay. Speech and debate. We'll move on to Mac High Speech and Debate. I believe a couple of the kids we just recognized will be in the speech and debate recognition as well. So we'll start with Mac High National Speech and Debate Association National Qualifier and Public Forum Debate, Sofia Munoz. National Qualifier and Public Forum Debate, Daniel Guajardo. National Qualifier in International Extemporaneous Speaking, Abigail Fuentes. National Qualifier in Duo Interpretation, Brennan Garcia. National Qualifier in Duo Interpretation, Emmanuel Peña. And then Coach Vanessa Chapa. That's it. I'm sorry? Okay. Okay. I think we have another one that's coming from that group to this group. We'll move on to Mac High Congressional Debate. And we're going to start with Regional Champion UIL Congressional Debate and State Qualifier, Naomi Dos Santos de Oliveira. Second place in Region UIL Congressional Debate State Qualifier, Abigail Fuentes. And Coach Vanessa Chapa. Oh. And of course, our principal, Dr. Albert Canales. Okay. Few kids. Any from that group coming over? There are some over here. Oh, okay, great. And now Mackay UIL cross-examination. We have a debate state qualifier, Angelina Castillo. Debate state qualifier, Ava Olson. And Coach Vanessa Chapa. Okay. Forensic? Okay. Okay. All right, great. Now we'll move on to forensics. Students competing under the Texas Forensic Association. From McAllen, Texas Forensic Association Duet Acting State Champion, Victoria Martinez.
He's both duet and duo state champion.
Okay. And then second place, Individual Event Sweepstakes Award, Duo Interpretation State Champion.
And duet.
And Duet State Champion, Brennan Garcia. Duo Interpretation State Champion, Emmanuel Pena. Lincoln Douglas Debate State Qualifier, Daniel Guajardo. International Extemporaneous Speaking State Qualifier, Naomi Dos Santos de Oliveira. International Extemporaneous Speaking and Congressional Debate State Qualifier, Abigail Fuentes. Thank you. And Coach Vanessa Chapa. National qualifiers, okay. Is that national qualifiers in like anything? Okay. Oh. And some of those students are coming back to this group. Right. Yeah, a little bit. I can step right here. And now McAllen High School National Qualifiers. We'll start with Trip Shira, McAllen National Individual Events Tournament of Champions, National Qualifier in Dramatic Interpretation. Okay. And Brennan Garcia, National Individual Events Tournament of Champions, National Qualifier in Duet Acting. And he's also a National Individual Events Tournament of Champions, National Qualifier in Duo Interpretation. Emmanuel Pena, Tournament of Champions, National Qualifier in Duo Interpretation. Victoria Martinez, Tournament of Champions, National Qualifier in Duet Acting. Abigail Fuentes, Tournament of Champs, National Qualifier in Extemporaneous Speaking. Naomi Dos Santos de Oliveira, National Individual Events Tournament of Champs Qualifier in Extemporaneous Speaking. And Coach Vanessa Chapa. Can you hand that to your coach? It's your clipboard from yesterday. Oh, thank you. Is it Dop? Yes, sir. Dop? Okay. And now we recognize the McAllen Memorial High School vertical team for their exemplary performance in the area of athletics. We're going to start with cheerleading. And we have Ryan Dopp, McAllen Memorial High School cheerleaders, UIL finalist, 10th place. And National High School Cheerleaders Competition Game Day finalist, 8th place. Presley Vasquez, UIL finalist, 10th. And Game Day finalist, 8th. Thank you. Ella Chacon, cheerleaders UIL finalist 10th and game day finalist 8th. Isabella Bechtold, UIL finalist 10th, game day finalist 8th. Thank you. Caitlin Rodriguez, UIL finalist 10th, game day finalist 8th. Thank you. Abigail Margot, UIL finalist 10th, game day finalist 8th. Thank you. Is that Naomi? Okay. Naomi Acuna, UIL finalist 10th, game day finalist 8th. Ivana Ortega, UIL finalist 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Ava Moreno, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Juliana Moreno, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Sofia Rodriguez, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Alexandra Hernandez, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Carolina Rivera, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Abigail Ortiz, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Shadida Tejeda, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Daniela Buenteo, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Kaylin Trevino, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Victoria Cuellar, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Ruby Valadez, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Dava Vela, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Lupita Perez, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Mariana Rodriguez, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Rihanna Santamaria, UIL finalist, 10th, game day finalist, 8th. Assistant coach, Alexandra Hinojosa. Head coach, Pedro Ramirez. Athletic coordinator, Moses Patterson. And principal, Pete Alvarez. It's the Texas state. I mean, it's the state level, right? I can just say that part. Yeah. Now we'll move on to McAllen Memorial Swimming. We'll start with Memorial High School District Swimmer Regional Qualifier and Texas Interscholastic Swimming Coaches Association Championship, Tomas Roberto Gonzalez. Regional Qualifier and State Championships, Eric Garza. Oben Kalin, High School District Swimmer and Texas Championships, Regional Alternate. Thank you. Amber Martinez, TISCA Championships and Regional Alternate. Leonardo Villanueva Arellano, Memorial High District Swimmer. Thank you. Brando Antonio Tapia, District Swimmer, Regional Qualifier, State Championships. Sylvia Hinojosa, High School Lead District and Regional Swim Team Manager. Orion David Puente, High School District Swimmer. Oh, okay. Okay. Julian Maximiliano Garcia, High School District Swimmer. Juan Chavez, Regional Qualifier, State Championships, and Letterman. Gianfranco Villanueva Ariano, High School Swim Team and State Championships. Kalia Garza, High School Swimmer, Texas Championships, and Regional Alternate. Assistant Coach, Mr. Miguel Rivera. And Head Swim Coach, Irma Linda Patch. swimming. Is this basketball? Oh, okay, great. Hi, sir. Thank you. And we'll move on to Memorial Boys Basketball. They were district runner-up, by-district champions, area champions, regional quarterfinalists. And we'll start with one-year letterman and Texas second-team all-academic team member, Austin Corwin. Thank you. One-year letterman, Nick Luna. One-year letterman, Jonathan Gonzalez. Thank you. One-year letterman, Adolfo Castillo. Two-year letterman and Texas second team all-academic team member, Dylan Goodson. Thank you. Two-year letterman and district honorable mention, Rudy Trevino. Two-year letterman, district honorable mention, Alex Monroy. Thank you. Three-year letterman, first team all-district, all-defensive team, and second team all-state, all-academic, Caden Keller. Four-year letterman, first team all-district, all-defensive team, state honorable mention, all-academic team, and Rio Grande Valley Viper all-star, Mondo Trevino. Three-year letterman, district offensive MVP, state second team all-academic, Rio Grande Valley Viper all-star, and Class 5A all-region, Danny Canul. All right. Assistant coach, Jordan Rosales. And assistant coach Anthony Velarde. And head coach Rick Trevino. Oh, wrestling? Okay. Thank you. The last memorial. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hi there. Thank you. Is that our left? Okay. Now I got wrestling. And we'll move on to wrestling at Memorial. Starting in the 100-pound weight class, district duels district champion, regional qualifier, state qualifier, and top 16 finish at state, Arleth Rodriguez. 114-pound weight class, district duels champion, regional qualifier, Sofia Borrego. 120-pound weight class, district duels champion, regional qualifier, Ayala Camarillo. 126-pound weight class, district duels champ, regional qualifier, state qualifier, top 8 finish at state, Georgina Rangel. 132-pound weight class, district duels champion, regional qualifier, Jacqueline Ruelas. 152-pound weight class, district duels champ, regional qualifier, state qualifier, Ava Rodriguez. 132-pound weight class, regional qualifier, George Oyervedas. 152-pound weight class, regional qualifier, Jorge Montes. 157-pound weight class, district champ, regional qualifier, state qualifier, top 16 finish at state, Joshua Salinas. 175-pound weight class, regional qualifier, Santiago Rocha. 190-pound weight class, regional qualifier, Dalton Keller. 215-pound weight class, regional qualifier, Damian Lopez. All right. And then the head coach, assistant coach, right there, Jesus Mora Signs. Also a THSCA Region 7 Girls Assistant Coach of the Year. Okay. And then head coach Eduardo Gonzalez, also a THSCA Region 7 Girls Head Coach of the Year. Okay. Yeah, they'll tell you. And now we'll recognize the James Nicky Rowe High School vertical team for their exemplary performance in the area of athletics. And we're going to start with the row swimmers. And first off is Valerie Chapa, member of the swim team, varsity regional qualifier and letterman. Pedro Guerra, varsity co-captain. Yolanda Martinez, member of the row swim team. Ingrid Valenzuela, varsity regional qualifier and letterman. Stephanie Barreto, varsity regional qualifier and letterman. Aranza Gonzalez, varsity and letterman. Ana Zarate, varsity and academic all-state. Julio Rodriguez, team boys junior varsity district champions. David De Los Reyes, varsity co-captain. Assistant coach, Joel Pink. And our head coach, Amy Gallegos. Assistant athletic coordinator, Magda Canales. And Nicky Rowe principal, Alfredo Gutierrez. And now we have girls basketball, Lady Warriors. They were by-district champions, and Fernanda Salivar was second team all-district. Valentina Salivar, by-district champs, first team all-district. Amber Sanchez, by-district champions. Montserrat de Leon, by-district champions. Denise Lopez, by-district champions and all-academic team. Thank you. Cecilia Carrion, by-district champions. Valentina Garza, by-district champions. Thank you, sir. Assistant coach, Mr. Noel Valero. Thank you, sir. And our head coach, Mr. Alejandro Robles. And continuing with row, we move on to wrestling. And we'll start with Cassidy Corona, Wrestling Academic All-American. Devani Vega, Regional Qualifier and Academic All-American. Isabella Cortez, Academic All-American. Adrian Martinez, Academic All-American. Hugo Gonzalez, Academic All-American. Diego Gonzalez, Academic All-American. Nathan Zavala, Academic All-American. Nelson Mendoza, Regional Qualifier. Damian Ramirez, Academic All-American. Damian Garza, Regional Qualifier. Conrado Alvarado, Regional Qualifier. Thank you. And head coach, Mr. Jeffrey Mowbray. Wrestling is McAllen. And once again, we do have the backdrop set up outside in the hallway for additional photos if you like. Now we move on to McAllen High School vertical team. We recognize them for their exemplary performance in the area of athletics. We'll start with Mackay cheerleading. The Mackay Cheer was a National High School Cheerleading Championship finalist, 9th place in the country. We'll start with Leslie Bishop. Also part of the 9th place team, Caden Pulido. Finalist, 9th place, Jade Trevino. National finalist, 9th place, Evelyn Mantle. National finalist, 9th place, Mia Malata. National finalist, 9th place, Isela Flores. National finalist, 9th place, Aliyah Benavides. Cheerleading champions, finalist, 9th place, Jack Pompa. Finalist, 9th place, Gabriela Rivas. Finalist, 9th place, Hunter Ann Wolthoff. Finalist, 9th place, Zelda Macias. Finalist, 9th place, Sabrina Aguilar. Finalist, 9th place, Tatum Liska. Finalist, 9th place, Sienna Molinaro. Finalist, 9th place, Atiana Teran. Finalist, 9th place, Madison Admire. Finalist, 9th place, Alexa Fernandez. Finalist, 9th place, Melanie Lopez. Finalist, 9th place, Alejani Guerrero. Finalist, 9th place, Jody Langoni. Finalist, 9th place, Ava Olivares. Finalist, 9th place, Emma Cantu. Finalist, 9th place, Sasha Diaz. Finalist, 9th place, Braden Holomon. Finalist, 9th place, Adeline Martin. Finalist, 9th place, Sheila Reyes. Finalist, 9th place, Christian Osuna. Assistant cheer coach, Christina Paz. And head coach, Cassandra Clemens. Athletic coordinator, Mr. Patrick Shelby. And our principal, Dr. Albert Canales. We'll move on to McAllen High Swim, where the girls were 5-time district champions. And we'll start with Carolyn Townsend, district medalist, regional qualifier, regional medalist, state qualifier, and state all-state academic captain. And then Alexandria Bisbiak, district medalist, district girls swimmer of the meet, regional qualifier, regional medalist, state qualifier, and all-state academic. Genesee Garcia, letterman and member of 5-time district champion. Gloria Lopez, regional qualifier, state all-state academic, and letterman. Evelyn Garfield, district medalist, regional qualifier, regional medalist, and state qualifier. Audrina Garza, regional qualifier and state qualifier. Alexandra Blanco, letterman, member of girls 5-time district champs. Valeria Garza, district medalist, regional qualifier, regional medalist, and state qualifier. Carla Gamboa Garcia, district medalist, regional qualifier, regional medalist, and state qualifier. Alana Reed, member of the girls 5-time district champions. Sophia Garfield, member of the 5-time district champions. Ava Guetta, district medalist, regional qualifier, and letterman. Julian McNamara, regional qualifier, regional medalist, and state qualifier. Amani Singh, male swimmer of the meet, district medalist, regional qualifier, regional medalist, regional male swimmer of the meet, and state qualifier. Aaron Estrada, district medalist, regional qualifier, regional medalist, and state qualifier. Reagan Edwards, district medalist, regional qualifier, regional medalist, and state qualifier. Dylan Kelly, district swimmer, regional qualifier, and letterman. Camille Bautista Tume, district swimmer. Aiden Ernest, district swimmer. Fernando Acosta Estrada, district swimmer. Jax Young, district swimmer, regional qualifier, and letterman. Assistant coach, Miss Cristina Gutierrez. And head coach, Juan Gutierrez. He was also named girls district coach of the meet and girls regional coach of the meet. And now we'll move on to McAllen boys basketball. They were bi-district champs this year. And first team all-district member, Mario Villegas. Member of the bi-district champions, Devin Terry. Member of the bi-district champions, Matthew Arce. Member of the bi-district champions, second team all-district, first team all-defensive team, and academic team, Jackson Ramirez. Bi-district champs, all-district honorable mention, Dylan Benavides. Member of the bi-district champions, Cash Frisbee. Member of the Bi-District Champions, Jalen Gilmore. Member of the Bi-District Champions, All-District Honorable Mention, Judah Rios. Bi-District Champions, First Team All-District and Defensive Team, DeAndre Canada. Assistant Coach, Mr. Roel Garcia. Assistant Coach, Mr. Jorge Villalobos. And Head Coach, Mr. Ryan Flores. Hi there, thank you. And now our last group of the evening from McAllen High School. We recognize their wrestlers, starting with the girls were city champions and 107-pound district champ, second place regional runner-up, state qualifier, Ava Aragon. Miranda Ramos, 120-pound district champion and regional qualifier. Abigail Fuentes, 126-pound second place district runner-up, fifth place at regionals, and a state alternate. Thank you. 145-pound district champion, regional champ, most outstanding female wrestler of Region 4, and third place in the state of Texas, Arsen Sadlier. 144-pound second place district runner-up, regional champion and state qualifier, Sergio Arroyo. Okay. And our head coach, Mr. Eladio Campion.
All right, we are now at our item number 4, adjournment. It's been moved by Trustee Benya and seconded by Trustee Saldivar to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passes 6-0. We are adjourned at 6:50 p.m.